Another day watching the Olympic Games. I know you guys must be wondering, why I didn't go live yesterday. Um, but I couldn't. I really had to, take the opportunity to really sit and watch all the races and even replay a few of them and watch them because uh a lot of it, I think, I'm not gonna say a lot of it, but one of the reasons why I didn't go live is because I was a little bit disappointed, with the performance of on the male side, as it relates to sprinting. So, I was a little upset. So I was like, I don't really feel like doing this right now, because then it might sound like I'm bashing some of the athletes, in which I didn't want to do. So therefore, hey Patula, yeah, which I didn't want to do. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't go live yesterday. But in all honesty, I think it's something that need to be discussed. Something that we need to talk about. The performance of the male sprinters, and I'm gonna say across the board. Not gonna just say the Jamaicans, in which you know it's evident that they're not doing so good on the sprint side. Um, the 100-meter finals, neither of the Jamaicans made it to the finals. So Blake didn't make it. Um, Seville didn't make it. And compared to everybody else who was bashing Blake and, saying all these horrible things about him, I mean, personally, I really don't know what he's going through, or what's going on with him. So, excuse me. I can't do the same. I can't bash him, but I can say that I can be realistic and I can be honest. He didn't look good in the first round. I was expecting things to change up a little bit when he got to the semifinal, but nothing happened. He actually ran. I think he ran a slower time in the semifinal. It's as if he ran at this Olympic Games as if he had no experience of any previous Olympic games. Um, there was no real zeal. There was no, you know, big push, in my opinion, to, make it to the podium. Like, he didn't seem focused. And again, that's just my opinion. It's not to say, that's exactly what happened. It's just that's just my 2 cents, my take on, what I saw. For the other athlete, Seville, he's younger, so I mean, it's a learning experience for him. So I understand, if he falters a little bit, but that, I'm not using that as an excuse to say, his performance should be what it is. Hopefully next Olympic he'll, be in better shape and be able to do a lot more. So that's something that, I really think, the Jamaican JTA need to take into consideration. Like, um, there has been a standard that has been set by athletes um, before this Olympic. And when I say athletes before this Olympic, I'm just gonna say both specifically. So there has been a high standard set on the male side of things, where the expectation is really high. The times that has been ran for the past, I'm gonna say 10 years, or I think it's been more than 10 years, maybe like 12 or so years. Um, and it put Jamaica on the map in a way where everyone see Jamaica as Travis, you here? Yeah, I saw it. Like I really took the time out to watch, all the races. Because honestly, sometimes when I'm on here and I'm live and I'm trying to watch the races, it's like it feels like I'm missing out a little bit. So I did take the time out to watch a lot of the races. And as I was saying, like I'm a little bit disappointed. It's like mixed feelings as it relates to the performances and what I was expecting, and what actually happened. And I know, like, see, if you're talking about the semifinal of the female, you're talking about the semifinal of the female 200. If you're talking about that, I would say, uh, a little, it's a little, undecisive for me because, for one, I wouldn't even say undecisive. I'm gonna go with Elaine performance as standing out because I feel like at this point it's possible um for her to win, right? Initially, I was thinking that Sharika was gonna win the 200, but she didn't make it to the finals. So I'm here scratching my head like you know what happened. So I think Elaine really could win. She's in the best shape of her life. She actually got what, like a day. She actually got a day in between to rest a little bit. So yeah, she got a day in between to rest. So she'll definitely. I feel like she'll definitely step up. And she's hungry. If she's going out, she's gonna go out. Because from what I'm, this is just what I'm hearing. I have no proof, so nobody quote me on this. Nobody quote me on this. I heard that she's planning to retire. So no, I think she's trying to go out with a big bang. So I don't see nothing stopping her from really you know going out there and run that 200 to win. Um, and the times that she running to are, yeah. Well, see, on the female side, it's like I'm not surprised that the standard of competition is where I think it should be. You know what I'm saying? Especially from the Jamaicans, they have, you know, kept the bar high. They definitely kept the bar high, and then but when it comes to the males, it's like everything is just falling apart. But I'm gonna when it comes to the 400, I'm gonna give some credit to I can't remember his name, Taylor. I'm gonna give him some credit because I, for one, wasn't a big Christopher Taylor fan, but he came out here and he proved himself. He's in the finals of the 400. You know, nobody else, no other Jamaicans is in the finals, so that's a really good thing. Also, I was expecting Van Niekerk to make the finals. Yeah, it's as I said, I took the time out to watch all the races, and I've been more so disappointed by some of the results on the male side because what you're really expecting, you didn't see, and the fact that he didn't make it and the time that he ran, was a little bit shocking to me. I was at least expecting, 44 or something of that nature. Um, but, you know, things happen. Again, we don't really know exactly what these athletes are going through, on a daily basis. We don't know if they're still hurt or anything. They didn't put there was no news, you know, out there to say, oh, this is what is happening with this athlete or not. Um, so we just got to take everything with a grain of salt and just move forward, hoping that if that's the case, they'll come back stronger. So yeah, that's how I look at that. But honestly, on the female side, I think it's fireworks. It's been good for the Caribbean. It's been good for Jamaica. The 110 hurdles was really not the 110, the 100 hurdles was good as well. Hold on 1 second. All right. Um, let me let me be sure about something. Let me be sure about something. All right, so um the I'm gonna say the female race that kind of shocked me was the 100 hurdles, because I was more expecting Anderson to be in the top three compared to Tapper or Taper Megan. And the reason why I say that is because um Anderson ran, I think, 12:40 in the semis. So I was expecting, a better performance from her, in the final. But again, as I said, stuff happens. And when you run that fast, I think that was a PR for her. Um, sometimes it takes a toll on the body, or maybe your body don't recover from that run, you know, quick enough. So that's why she wasn't able to reproduce that performance, because that performance would have definitely gave her a silver medal if she was able to reproduce that performance from the semifinals. So I was that I was expecting at least you know a bronze medal from her, but instead it went to another Jamaican. So that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I think they'll be happy. Jamaica will be happy either way. But I don't know. I don't think they're happy about anything that's male related. When it comes to like sprints, because they they have been like a whole lot of stuff going on the internet, and even on the local news station, as it relate to um male sprinting, and the disappointment that they think is coming up. Also, somebody asked me, because during this time that I didn't do any live, like I think yesterday, I was getting a whole lot of text messages, asking what is my opinion on the the 100-meter sweep. And honestly, it's like it's to me it's not a big deal, in a sense where it didn't matter who. No, I'm not. I shouldn't say that. But I'm happy that they did get 1, 2, 3. Initially, I was expecting Shelly to win, but she didn't, and Elaine won. And to me, it shouldn't be a big deal, you know, because even if Shelly Ann lost, she lost to another Jamaican, right? And then Jamaica was also third, so that in itself should not be, a big deal. There's a lot of talk that they're beefing because they have different coach and stuff like that. I mean, at this point in time, it's neither here or there. Like, what is important is that they're representing the same country and they're doing it to the best of their ability, and they're turning out on top. So that's good. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I think people are reading too much into things instead of appreciating that these ladies are out there on the track giving it their all, and they're actually producing medals you know for Jamaica. I feel like they pay too much attention to the negative side of things, and you know with that in the air and in the media, it kind of creates uh I'm gonna say a fake rivalry, that are I don't even know how to put it right now, but it creates this negative energy around both sprinters that shouldn't even be there at the moment, because at the end of the day they're representing the same country. And I think for most educated track and field fan, even though they would have a favorite, whether or not that favorite is the victor, they would be happy, with the results, the 1, 2, 3 result. So I don't think it's a big deal. I'm happy with the result, you know, and I think a lot of people are. So I think you know we should just leave it at that. However, um, I watched a couple other races, on the male side, not where no Jamaicans were um like me in those races. Are I'm gonna specifically say that the 400 hurdles, no Jamaicans made it to the final, but the people in the finals, Roy Benjamin and Wahum, they look really nice, and I don't understand why they set up the semifinal run like that. They put them in the same semifinal heat. I mean, I think it kind of, why match them up in the semifinal though? I don't think it was necessary to match them up so early. Um, the times look pretty good, and there's another athlete that won one of the semifinal heat that looked pretty good. I think he was from Qatar. I'm not quite sure, but I think he was from Qatar. So the finals is gonna be really good. Um, it's gonna be a good finals. The way Roy Benjamin looked, he looked pretty good. He looked faster than Wahum, but again, that's the semifinal. The final is gonna be a completely different race on a completely different day. So, we gotta that's something that we gotta look at. We can't dwell on the race that is presently in the past. We gotta look to the one that's about to be present. So I'm just gonna wait to see what the results of that race is, and I think I'm definitely gonna be live talking about that one. I'm not gonna, let the disappointment of what I was expecting from previous races kind of change the dynamic of how I'm doing what I'm doing. And also, well, and at the same time, I was a little bit busy yesterday, so that's a part of it as well. Um, but yeah, I think we have some good races coming up. Um, Genevieve Russell is of Jamaica is in the 400 hurdle final, so congrats to her on making the finals, and I think she'll definitely do her best um, to try to get on the podium. Great athlete. I've been, watching her compete since she was, junior. So I think she'll go out there and do her best. So again, on the female side, things are looking, really, really, really spicy. Really good. Also, I think that that 400-meter hurdle female, as I said, it's gonna be a hot one because you have Mohammed, you have McLaughlin, and then there's this other athlete from Netherlands. I can't remember her name off the top of my head right now, but she looked really, really, really good in her semifinal heat. Like she literally shut it down from like, I'm gonna say as soon as she cleared that last hurdle, which is like 40 meters to go, she was just chilling, like literally chilling, just relaxing, strolling to the line, and she ran 53. So, I mean, she's gonna be in the mix, and there is you just gotta expect the unexpected where that is concerned because it's possible for an upset, even though we know, that Muhammad and McLaughlin, you know, are they're great athletes, and one of them presently had the world record. The other one had the world record before that. So, I mean, we know their potential, but you know, I think the fact that we are looking to Muhammad and McLaughlin, that takes the pressure off the Netherlands athlete, right? So she could just sneak her way in onto the podium, um, possibly first or second, without nobody even realizing because there's no pressure on her at all. Nobody's expecting that from her. So as long as she, you know, execute properly or execute well, then you know anything is possible. So I think we just gonna have to wait and see, and watch the races, and we'll definitely see what happens. But it's gonna be exciting. Both male and female 400-meter hurdles. I've been saying that for the past couple of days. Those races are races to watch because the the intensity of those races are gonna be high. The competition is really good amongst the athletes. So you guys definitely wanna watch those races or make sure that you watch those races. Um, let me be specific about the time that those races are gonna. Um, all right, so today is the second. So tomorrow, well, technically it is tomorrow, but we'll be able to see it tonight. We'll be able to see it tonight at 11:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's 11:20 p.m. in the U.S. Jamaica is gonna be 10:20. So that's when the 400-meter hurdles men, are gonna go off, and then on Tuesday we'll have the 400-meter hurdles women final at 10:30 p.m. So those two finals is gonna be one day apart. So tonight, no, what did I say? Tuesday night. Hold on. Let me be sure. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, Tuesday night is gonna be the women's final, and tonight tonight, which is Monday night, is gonna be the men's finals. So we could expect the men 400 finals tonight. It's gonna be, for them, it's gonna be 12 hours. They're 12 hours ahead of us. So if it's 11:20 for us, 11:20 p.m. it's gonna be 11:20. I'm assuming it's gonna be 11:20 a.m. for them. So that's when it's gonna be. So technically it's Wednesday for them, but it's gonna be Tuesday. I mean, it's gonna be Tuesday for them, but it's gonna be Monday for us. So we're gonna be watching the 400-meter hurdles men tonight, and then tomorrow night, which is Tuesday night, we're gonna be watching the women 400-meter hurdles. So I could give you guys for those. I'm just gonna give you guys 3 names out of the 400-meter hurdles final, and I'm gonna give you their lane. Samba, the Qatar guy I was talking about, he's in lane 8. Wahum is in lane 6, and Right Benjamin is in lane 5. That's all the lineup I'm gonna give you. I actually could give you another one because I know you guys know that athlete as well. Matt Master. He's in lane 4. So I'm gonna say 3 of the best athletes are in the middle of the field, and then we have Samba in lane 8. So let's see, how that unfolds tonight. And for the fact that it's so late, I mean, there's no way I'm gonna miss it, even if I, get back from work late or whatever. I'm definitely gonna be watching that, and I will be live during that race. But after that, you guys will have the men 110 hurdles tomorrow morning, 200-meter semis, and you'll have the women 200-meter finals tomorrow morning. So it's kind of set up. It's set up in a good way. So the 400-meter hurdle finals is gonna be men 400-meter hurdle finals is gonna be tonight. Then tomorrow morning we're gonna have the women 200-meter finals. Then in the evening we're gonna have the women 400-meter finals, 400-meter hurdle finals. So yeah, it's kind of set up pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna give you what I'm gonna try to. Some of these names I don't think I'll be able to pronounce them, but Kambonji is in lane 2. Thomas is in lane 3. Fraser is in lane 4. Mamboma is in lane 5. Tolu is in 6. Thompson is in 7. Masilingi is in lane 8. Shani Miller is in lane 9. So that's the lineup for the 200-meter finals, which is gonna be tomorrow morning. Specifically, I'm trying to give you the specific time of the 200. So if you guys just want to tune in to watch a 200, you could do that compared to watching everything if you don't want to. So the 200-meter finals is gonna be hold on one second. So Tuesday. All right, so the women 200-meter final is gonna be tomorrow morning at 8:50. So again, in Jamaica that's 7:50. In the U.S. that's U.S. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, anywhere along the East Coast, it's gonna be 8:50. So you don't necessarily have to wake up super early to watch this one, but you know if you're at work and you want to take a little 5 minute or 10 minute break to try to watch this race, that's when it's gonna go off. And as I said, you could just download the NBC Sport app, and you could use that to watch the races. Just go in the app, click on live track and field, and whatever is going on at that point, that's what they'll be showing. So they'll be showing the 200 at that point. I'm almost certain, because as long as a U.S. athlete is in the race, they will show it. So that's that. But yeah, for the 4x1 men, 4x1, I honestly don't even have a prediction at this point, apart from the fact that I know, you know, that the it's open. It's open because you don't have two or three athletes from one team running super fast times. Um, One team that I definitely, if everything goes well with them, I'll be looking out for is Ghana. They qualified for the Olympics, and they did well. I think it was at the World Relay, so um, I'm expecting to see them in the finals, possibly on the podium. But again, that's my expectations. Everything hasn't gone exactly the way I had expected it to. So, you know, I gotta just you know take it as it comes. Um, but yeah, the to me that 100-meter men was just I feel like it was too open. It was like anybody could win, and that's what happened. And it's like I've watching the race over and over. I was thinking there was two main contenders, and that in my opinion, and that was Zana Hughes and Andre DeGrassi. But DeGrassi didn't get a good start. Zanel, I don't know what he was thinking. How can you possibly try to pick start at the Olympics? Like, that's not where you try to time the starter. That's not a place for you to time the starter. That's where you put all the hard work, all the training that you've had, you know, into practice, staying focused, listening, you know, just reacting, pushing from the blocks. That's what he was supposed to do instead of trying to time the starter, because I'm almost certain that he would have end up with the goal, because he's been running, I would say, almost the best, in the first round and the semifinal round. So it's like you mess yourself up in the finals, but it is what it is at this point. Not sure if he's running the 200 or not, because I didn't check the start list for the men's 200 at all. So I guess I'll have to go through that later on today, and I'll know who's running, because I said that on the male side it's not that exciting right now. I think everybody who's watching is really, they're looking to see what's gonna happen in on the female side. The male hurdles look pretty promising, look really good. The 400 don't look bad either, because um, Kirani James looked pretty good. So possibly I'm not looking for or thinking that there will be a world record performance, but anything is possible. But Kirani James looked pretty good. Yeah, he was one of the two that went 43 seconds. So that's pretty good as well. But yeah, um, we definitely, and Stephen Gardner is there. But at the same time, again, once you're in the finals, any card could play. So we just gotta wait to see, you know, what's gonna happen. And Michael Cherry and Michael Norman is in the middle of the field. Michael Cherry lane 4, Norman 5, McCall is 6, Christopher Taylor is in 8. I can't pronounce this guy. He's from the Netherlands. He's in 7. Kirani James. Hold up. That's not what I'm giving you the qualification positions. This is a start list. James is in 5. Hold on. No, I gotta go to that section in order to get the start list for you guys. Hold on. Hold on. 900 meter final start list. Okay, now I got it. Makwala is in 2. The Netherlands athlete is in 3. James is in 4. Zambarni is in 5. Michael Cherry is in 6. Stephen Gardner is in 7. Michael Norman is in 8. And Christopher Taylor is in lane 9. That's the start list for the men's 400 meter finals. So, I mean, I think I'm going to leave it at that for this live stream. Again, I will definitely be here. Ain't no promising and not show. I'm going to be here later on because I'm going to be watching that 400 meter hurdle finals for men. So you guys could definitely tune in. We could discuss it, what we think, our predictions, and whatever else you guys, wish to talk about. I'm assuming that like a lot of the people like right now, because normally it's more people on here. I figure they're at work, but that's cool. They could recap later on when they get off. So that's all right. But I'll be here later on in the evening. So until next time, it's your boy Ryan here with East Coast Athletics. I'm out.